bucket. Anyway. Canada. Canada. Very appealing country, isn't it, Canada? Very appealing country, very romantic. I think I might move over there, that's the truth. I think I might move over there. I'm thinking of it. It's a great country. Do you know what? Because they got standards over there. They got standards in Canada. Like, I flew out of Ottawa International Airport a couple of Christmases ago. It was minus 30 degrees. Minus 30. And the planes were taking off. And the schools were open. And nothing was... If it got to minus 30 in this country, do you think the airports would still be fucking open? If it got to minus 30 in this country, the Prime Minister would go on the news to legalise cannibalism. Okay? Minus 30 degrees, and the planes were taken off. I was on a train in the Midlands last week that got cancelled because there was Dairy Lee on the tracks, okay? We're losing our standards in this country. This used to be a great country, we're losing our way. I mean, do you agree with that? Yeah. We need to be more like the French. Do you agree with that? No one ever says yes. No. I did this show in Paris last month, even they were like, I don't know, man, I don't know. I genuinely love the French. I love that everything I've ever wanted to be is a French person. I say that sincerely, with all my heart. They're thoughtful. They're philosophical. They drink red wine to numb the gonorrhea. Ooh la la. And as soon as things get even a little bit difficult, they just fucking quit. I mean, God. Don't you wish you had that in your locker as an English person? And I'm not saying that to be cheap, by the way. The French are rebels. They're revolutionaries. It's in their blood. It's in their history. We don't know how to quit. We don't know how to quit. I hear English people say this a lot. I've never quit anything in my life. People say that here. I've never quit anything in my life. They say it like it isn't the most psychopathic thing that a human being can say. You never quit anything. I've never quit anything. I finished every meal I've ever started. I've still got all my shares in Woolworths. God save the king. I'm intimidated by the French. I'm intimidated by how good they are at quitting. Like, that's why I never get it when people always say, French quit the Second World War. Yeah. It was shit. Doesn't always work, that one, but thank God for the liberal metropolitan elite. I mean, what can I say? Not allowed back in Guildford. I'm not saying this to be... inflammatory, by the way. I'm not saying it's to be inflammatory. I worry about us. I worry because the future's not about us. The future's not about Britain. It's not about France. It's not about Canada. It's not even about America. This is the century of China and India. These are the two superpowers of the new age. And I don't think we stand a chance against these countries. I don't think we do. Their standards are way too high. Especially China. Give me a cheer if you remember the 2008 Beijing Olympics. Give me a cheer. Do you remember the opening ceremony? Do you remember the most incredible thing anyone had ever seen in their lives? Honestly, if you think this has been good, you wait till you go home and you watch that, okay? I am talking 5,000 soldiers doing flips at the same time. People running upside down, in the air, no wire. Women giving birth on stage. To babies that were already dressed and knew the choreography. It was astonishing. And every newspaper in Britain the next day had the same question. How did they do that? How did they do that? Do you think they were asking that in China about our opening ceremony in 2012? Be honest. Do you think they were saying, how did they do that when Dizzy Rascals sang Bonkers? Do you think? Now, change is coming. Change, it's going to be hard for us. It's going to be hard for us in the UK in particular, I think. Because for all our lives, no matter how old you are, America has been the superpower. They've been the super... And we had a pretty good deal with America, all things considered. We had a pretty good... Yes, they were aggressive. They ran their culture down our throat. They wouldn't shut up about it. We're America. We'll put a flag on the moon. We'll put a Starbucks in your nan. You know? They ran their culture down our throat. But the inconvenient truth was always this. They had a big old army that killed our enemies. I mean, that was the whole deal, wasn't it? That was the whole arrangement. Just keep me safe. I'll keep pretending Tom Cruise is attractive. Come on! But now who knows what the deal's going to be with China? It's different culture, different way of life, different country. I mean, even Tom Cruise, Hollywood, bow to China. All the Hollywood films now have to appeal to China first. I don't think that's a problem, by the way. But you know the Chinese government, they vet the films. They edit the Hollywood films. Makes sense, of course. But it's a weird use of China's sudden wealth and power, don't you think? Influencing Hollywood after centuries of pulling themselves up. What are you going to do? You're going to close the sweatshops? You're going to bring in democracy? No. Let's make sure The Rock doesn't do anything gay. Just do that.
I get razzed a lot because I get a lot of Americans who are like, Canadian Army? You guys don't have an army. What do you guys have, like a bear? And I'm like, yeah, don't disrespect my country like that, right? I would have to respect your country, don't disrespect mine. And second of all, we have 2 bears, okay? So fuck off. You see them in the Coca-Cola Christmas commercials. He's got bills to pay, okay? He's got to go back to his igloo. Fuck off. But it's crazy though, even with the American Army, I think we should get rid of Canadian soldiers. You know what we should replace Canadian soldiers with? Canadian geese. Have you seen these fucking assholes? These geese are like, they're, holy shit, just like, oh my God. We should say Canadian geese to the Middle East. That's how we get rid of the Taliban. That's just like death to the Middle East, death to America, death to the infidels, and what the fuck is this? Bro, he bit my toe. He bit my fucking toe right there. He bit my toe off. Don't fuck with the Canadian Army. That's all I'm saying. But it's good to be here, though. We're coming back to live shows again, live entertainment again, which is kind of nice. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Live shows is kind of cool. I'm loving this, though. Like, I did a show not long ago where the first act on stage was a beatboxer. Yeah. A beatboxer, and the crowd loved him. They went crazy for him. And then I got on stage next, and people were like, ooh, he's gonna beatbox as well. And boy, were they disappointed. Yeah, a lot of sad faces that day, like I canceled Christmas. First of all, just look how I'm dressed, okay? I'm wearing a dress shirt, jeans, and sneakers. Do I look like a rapper? No. You know why? Because my favorite band is Duran Duran, okay? Yes, I've seen them twice in concert and I'll see them again. I don't give a shit, okay? It's fair, right? Because I say Duran Duran and white people are like, yes! He's one of us. And black people and millennials are like, who the fuck is Duran Duran? It's pronounced Tupac, Andrew. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not a beatboxer. I don't listen to beatboxing music, but I can sure as hell do the Carlton dance too. And I'm hungry like the wolf. So I'm single, I don't know why, it's weird. It's fun though, like your host said, I live in LA now, which is kind of cool. Experiencing a lot of things in LA. But I always make sure I want to come back home for the holidays, right? I want to make sure I'm home for Christmas, right? But there's some people who like Halloween more than they like Christmas. Where's my Halloween fanatics? Halloween fanatics? Nice, okay. The freaks, I love you guys. Like, you know Halloween is coming when you start to see all these pop-up haunted houses, you know? Like, I saw one haunted house. You had to be 18 and over to go inside, pay $20, and sign a waiver before you could go in this haunted house. I don't know what's scarier, paying $20 to go inside a haunted house, or the fact that I'm in my 30s and I just signed a waiver to go inside a haunted house. Right? I could have spent that money on better things like buying Coke, you know, adult shit. But I'm not gonna lie though, I actually went to this haunted house, wasn't scary at all. You know why? Because that's the exact same shit as a kid. Just people in costumes, dressing up, trying to jump out and scare you. That's not scary when you're in your 30s. You know why? Because I've gone through life. And life experiences are a lot more scary than that. You want to have a haunted house that will scare adults? It should start off with you walking inside the haunted house, and for no reason at all, the engine light in your car starts to go off. You're like, what's wrong with it now? I just got it from the garage last week. You go into one room, there's your landlord holding a notice saying there's been an 8% increase in rent. You go into the next room, there are 9 cats standing there, look at you going, you're 40 and single, when do we move in? You start running down the hallway, dodging Facebook friend requests from people you haven't seen since high school, wanting you to join their pyramid scheme. And all these unpaid Visa bills and credit card bills and tax forms are flying at you. A notice drops down from the ceiling. It's a letter from your insurance saying that they will no longer provide coverage because you have what is known as a pre-existing condition. A trapdoor opens and you fall through and you start drowning in water and responsibilities and student debt. You look to one side, there's your family living in a house you clearly can't afford, and your wife might leave you and take half your shits. On the other side is your mother standing there for arms crossed going, you should have been a doctor. Now you see the exit sign, but as you're running towards the exit sign, you start dodging traffic cones and potholes because you remember you live in Montreal. The OQLF sees the exit sign and goes, en français, ici. So now you gotta go back to the beginning and do the whole haunted house now in French. So now you're running through the Maison Hantée. You see the sortie sign, but as you're running towards the sortie sign, suddenly you're 30 pounds overweight, you have a receding hairline, you now have prescription glasses, you're allergic to dairy now. When the hell did that happen? Your back hurts because you slept wrong, your knee hurts because you sneezed too loud. How the fuck does that make any sense? 7:30 at night, you're ready to go out. 7:30 on a Friday night, you're ready to go, you're ready to party, but you're like, I'll take a quick 30-minute nap. Close your eyes, open them up again. Now it's Monday morning, wondering where the fucking weekend went. You see the sortie sign, you kick down the door, and now it has exploding balloons, fireworks, and confetti with a giant banner that reads, congratulations, only 40 more years till retirement. That's the kind of shit that should scare you in an adult haunted house.